Hey, hello everybody. This is Chase Booty J. I am here with Oracle Podcast. I'm doing these a little bit more intermittently. I haven't stayed on an exact weekly schedule, but you know, times are what they are, and I get to it when I can. Actually, what I'm going to start doing is I'm about to come out with a membership community, and there's going to be weekly calls on there. I'm not going to stop ever doing the podcast just because I enjoyed it and it's fun, but it's going to be really fun, the membership community, because we're going to be able to have more engagement. And if you come to the sessions, there'll be new and full moon gatherings, there'll be some talks, themes. We're just going to be communing. It's going to be called the Moonshapers Collective. If you're not on my mailing list, you can, and you want to find out about it, info@chaseboutique.com. Anyway, that's all the advertising I'm probably ever going to do. So FYI. How is everybody doing today? I'm feeling pretty darn good today, I have to say. I've been going through this intense cleansing process where I have been cleaning out my gallbladder. And these were things that I heard about through the grapevine from healers for years, and I never fully approached it, and I'm finally doing it, and I can say that I'm pretty sure it's changing my life. I used to work, I've worked for so many different healers throughout the years, and I've apprenticed and with some amazing healers and wise women and people. And I lived in Maui, and I apprenticed for a little while with Dr. Malik Cotter. And I was his assistant. And so, I worked in his herb shop, and he was Ram Dass's doctor. He's the primo acupuncturist of the island of Maui, I would say. Anyway, I studied with him, and, I just remember one of the things he always said was the liver is the source of all disease, pretty much. If your liver is clean, you are healthy. And I remember back then I was doing so much stuff with my liver, and I was really, really freaking healthy. I remember. And over the years, that was in 2011. Over the years, life has caught up with me. I've gotten older, blah, 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 COVID, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I'm doing this next level gallbladder flush, and it's been wild. I'll spare you guys the details, but whatever comes out of you is oh my God. It's literally the stuff that has been congesting inside of your liver, congesting the ducts, congesting everything, congesting the pathways that are used to detoxify your body. Your liver's the main organ to detoxify that in the lymph system. And we live in a toxic world, so it's overloaded. And when it gets overloaded, all these things happen, and it looks like autoimmune stuff. It looks like this, it looks like that, hormonal problems, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm just getting to the bottom of it here, people. I'm tired of it. And I also have just been really, I kind of had this feeling a few months ago, as we've been kind of going through this dark cycle, where I was just because we have been in a dark cycle, and I'll talk about that. But I was just I kind of got this feeling if I don't really start paying attention to my health, I'm going to get sick. And then it's really interesting. I've just been noticing there's a lot of sickness out there right now, because the energies are so freaking heavy. I think that's really what it has a lot to do with. The energies are just so heavy. So during those eclipses, those Virgo eclipses and the Virgo Pisces eclipses, I doubled down on my healing journey. And I can say that I'm committing. It's about I'm going to do every 3 weeks. I was doing it every 2 weeks to a gallbladder flush. Basically, you have to drink magnesium hydroxide, and you have to drink for a week up to it, tart cherry juice and blah, blah, blah. But then you drink 4 ounces of olive oil and 4 ounces of, I was doing 6 ounces, which was too much, but, and of lemon juice mixed together, and it cleanses out your gallbladder and your liver from the congestion. It's wild. So I've done 2 so far. They've been really intense. I get really nauseous. I feel super sick, and I feel really weird. And I can the second time I did it, I I was so angry. It was crazy. And now I'm like coming through it, and I get colonics before and after, and like I'm committed. So I'll let you know how it goes. But that's why I'm feeling really good. I just kind of like, this cycle we've been going through, I was just looking at the chart for the next coming weeks and the next week. And, we have currently at this moment in time, I'm recording this on this October 12th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets in retrograde. And, 4 of those they're called transpersonal planets. They're all outer planets. So it's, Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, and Pluto. October 14th, Pluto is coming out of retrograde, which actually I think is going to be the beginning of, it's really wild because of a new cycle. It's going to be the beginning of a new cycle because it's really wild. Like I've been talking to friends because, I think a lot of us have felt there's been a darkening energy. It's been a dark side. It just is, man. It's just what's going on. And I've been feeling we're at this, it's like the natural cycles of dark and light. I've been talking a lot about shadow, a lot about dark, a lot about light, and the natural cycles of dark and light. And this last one we've kind of been going through, it's like a spiral. And what I've been feeling is like we're at the very bottom of the spiral, about to go back up. And I think this Pluto coming out of retrograde has a lot to do. It's the beginning of this moving out of retrogrades are literally what it sounds like, retrograde, regression. It's that part, everything in life is a spiral. Everything works in a spiral formation, waves, the universe, galaxies, how birth is, the contractions of birth, it expands and then it contracts, expands and contracts, expands and contracts. That is the spiral. It's how all of us, every single thing in this universe operates. It's the natural cycle that no thing and no one can ever fuck with. It is God. The spiral really is God. And it's a mystery. Its means of it are a mystery. And it can happen on every level possible. But, currently, because the United States and just humanity is going through such an intense transformation, like I've talked about, we're in the middle of a Pluto return in the United States, as well as the changing of the ages, moving from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. We're literally shifting paradigms. We're going through a death rebirth cycle. Donald Trump is a part of it. The chaos that he brings, it's destruction and creation, blah, blah, blah. I'm ambivalent. I mean, I just can't pay attention to politics because I just can't. I'm just got to do my own thing here in the corner on my podcast. Anyway, so the retrogrades and having this many planets in retrograde, it's like this period where things darken. We go back. So we go through this expansive period, we're birthing, and then we go back. And it's like breathing. It's like night and day. You have to have that period. When you breathe in, when you exhale, sorry. So that period is, the exhale, the rest, the darkening of the light, the night, the yin, the gestational. We've attributed darkness to bad. And that's what part of the reason why here in America things are collapsing, because, well, and all over the world really, because we've attributed the light to masculine, to good. We've attributed night to feminine, to bad. These are very, very broad, symbolism, but it is. It's embedded in every human on earth, especially in the West. And, especially in monotheistic religion, any kind of monotheistic religion, you're always like striving to be perfect in God's eyes. God is usually a man. All the prophets are men. This ideal towards light. Now, when you are in period. So the United States, if you are an expansive period and you never have, the contraction is when you integrate the process of growth. So the contraction, the darkness, when you contract, it's about rest. Integration is a key piece. It's about depth. It's about reflection, going inward, psychic abilities, how your spirit is adjusting, how you're adjusting, recalibrating internally to match the external calibration. So when you expand and then you contract, that's it's breathing, it's night and day, but it's always moving outward. Now, in America, we've prioritized growth, which is attributed to yang, which is contributed to masculine. We haven't ever really had a recession. It's interesting. Even the word recession, people are so afraid of it. It's a necessary piece to growth. It's renewal, and it's part of the cycle. When you just are constantly, I had this realization when I was in Italy this summer. I was like reflecting, doing deep reflection on my life. And I was thinking about when you expand too quickly without a period of reflection or retraction, because that's the integration of what you've created, what you have will topple over. That's literally kind of what's happening to America, because we haven't had much time to reflect and integrate the growth. It's just a constant expansion, which is why so many people are sick, which is why greed is such a high priority, which is why there's exhaustion, depletion, and the demolition of Mother Nature. Now, Mother Nature or the mother is contributed to the yin. That is the reflective, recessive, recession, regressive, you can call it regressive. It's the part of birth where you retract. Contract, retract. Contract, retract. So contraction is when things are expanding, then you get a rest and it retracts. And so these retrogrades, it all starts with an R. Everything starts with an R, which is the retrogrades are that period where we're going over, reviewing, and it's a period of massive depth and transformation where we really go inward and we examine ourselves on fundamental levels and the things that we've evolved past. It's a time of maturation. It's a time of deep self-reflection. It's a time of art. It's a time of, contemplation, of quiet. And it's absolutely necessary to be healthy. And we just don't get much of it in America because of how much, the action of using our phone all the time is very yang, because we're activating our mind, which is rationality, and it's active, receptive. So the receptive quality is much more about presence and awareness and stillness and openness and yin. So it's also the realm of the shadow. It's also the realm of psychic awareness and power. So, I just wanted to throw that out there. But we are coming up to Pluto going out of retrograde. So it's kind of a big deal. I was just going to look at the ephemeris and see when Miss Pluto. Let's see here. Oh, I'm in 2028. Why is my ephemeris in 2028? So when did Pluto go retrograde? It went retrograde in, what month is that? March. No, sorry. May 5th. May, June, July, August, September, October. Holy crap. 6 months, guys. It was all the way at 3 degrees. It's back at 1. So this is kind of a great thing here. It's kind of a great thing. And she's going out of retrograde on, well, technically fully on the 15th. So that's kind of a big deal. What that signifies is Pluto is death and rebirth. You know, the age of Aquarius, one could say, really started when Pluto went into Aquarius, which was not that long ago, November of 23, I think, or no, yeah, November of 24, maybe, I can't remember, but not that long ago, really, and yeah. It's really it's the underbelly, it's the shadows, it's the wounding, it just brings out everything to be brought up, to be seen and healed. But it really is a guidepost for a lot of these other energies that have gone retrograde. For Pluto to start going direct, others will follow. So this is a great signal that we're coming out of a phase of reflection. It's not, yet, because we still have Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Chiron. They're all still in retrograde, but this is the beginning. So, when Pluto went into Aquarius, and then we had, we had the Saturn, Neptune conjunction that was at 0 degrees in Aries. That was really, I think that was back in April. I'm going to look at that because I'm curious. Yeah, it was April. Oh no, but when did they happen? Hold on. And Saturn. Yeah, Saturn. They were both at Saturn started at 0 degrees Aries, May 26th. And then they were having a conjunction. Yeah. So, It's been just a while. That was the beginning of the new Earth. And so we've gone retrograde. All these things got initiated, and then it started going back, and it felt like chaos and destruction, but it's really all just this review. It has to integrate, because all these things got initiated in accordance with the new Earth energetics. Because just remember, as everything dies, things are born. They happen simultaneously. We're seeing a lot of death, but there's also new energies emerging. We have to just hold the faith and allow these energies to come through us, and not block them or be asleep to them, and allow them, truly allow them to be. So, yeah, I hope this all made sense. I know I was kind of getting astrology heavy today, but it's good. It's good shit. The other things that I wanted to talk about a little bit was this next week. Okay, I was writing down. Yeah, we have a few grand trines. We've got some energy in Scorpio going on right now. We've got Lilith conjunct Mars, conjunct Mercury. Some access to some deeper, wild power, feminine power. It's trining Saturn and Jupiter. So that creates this kind of expansive karmic power around depth, the shadow, everything we've been talking about, just able to go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And I can tell you, as a spiritual coach, astrologer, as a guide, I can see that in so many people. There's so much breakdown and there's so much breakthrough at the same time. It's pretty extraordinary. The other grand trine we have, remember, grand trines are spiritual gifts. They're like this beautiful, harmonious energy. Pluto, Venus, and Uranus. transformative energetics and love, money, awakening in those realms. And then we have a T-square between this week, between the Sun, Chiron, and Jupiter, which the Sun, it moves pretty quickly, but it's opposing Chiron, the wounded healer, and Jupiter, and those are all in a tension aspect. So it's interesting. We have these kind of very liberating trines around wildness, freedom, depth, power, reclamation, awakening, especially around self-worth, transformative developments around self-worth and love and freedom. And then there's this tension aspect around how our vital life force essence and the expansion of that. So again, it's this underbelly. It's the underbelly, because a lot of this stuff's in Scorpio too. It's the underbelly of what's going on underneath, and then the tension that brings to how are we going to integrate that into our daily life, right? So remember, the night, the shadow, is what happens inside. The yin, the emotion, the spiritual. Yang is how we present it to the world. And so those two things need to be in harmony. Remember, authenticity is really when those two things are in harmony and alignment. Integrity are when those two things are in harmony and alignment. So if you're hiding something, you're not able to be fully authentic or in your full integrity. Not that there's any judgment. I mean, it's a lifetime pursuit to align those things. But as we're entering the age of Aquarius, and all these masks that so many of us have held on to are starting to fall, that's what's also exciting about this time. It's like, yeah, you have plastic mania with the people that look literally like Barbies now, and then you have this raw kind of wildness that's emerging. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, I'm a Joshua Tree. I hang out with a lot of bohemians and wild people, and we're kind of just going to the core of what it means to be human and the creative life and the soul, because as things become more and more materialistic and so empty, then there's always going to be a flip side that's going to be this depth. Just again, that materialism is all about the external, what you're presenting, the mask. And then the soul and the depth are this, they emerge from the pain of whatever people are covering up. So to combine those two and for your external to be reflected, your internal to be reflected externally, it's kind of what we're all working towards in this new era. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's an exciting time, guys. And I'm feeling inspired right now. I'm going to keep working. I don't know about you guys, but I've been feeling really creative lately. I've been feeling really inspired to be more creative too. I'm going to get a guitar. Even though I've attempted since I was I don't even know, 14, 12. I've started learning the guitar, and I'm like, this is too hard. I put it down, and then I always pick it back up. I learned some more. It's almost like my wave, my contraction, because the last time I had a guitar, I was pretty good. I was playing some songs. I could play some songs, and I could, I could do some interchanges, and I knew some power chords and stuff. And then I don't know what happened to my guitars. So I'm gonna get a guitar. I've been listening to a lot of really awesome kind of rad, kind of female rockers lately, Sharon Van Etten and Angel Olsen. And I've just been going through Sharon Van Etten's library, and just been feeling so fucking inspired, and just I remember I used to know an Angel Olsen song. You guys know Angel Olsen? Listen to the song It Ain't Gonna Kill You. God, that song is good. I used to be able to play that one on the guitar. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna break you. It's just gonna make you alive. It's so good. Anyway, yeah, I've just been feeling inspired, and that's what the other thing is. I'm I don't know, I've been feeling really my dreams have been pretty wild. I've been working with these dark energies, and like I've been dreaming into other realms. Like I had a dream the other night. I woke up from it and I was just like, I was in this other, like it took me so long to reorient to I think I was standing up. Like I woke up and I was standing up, and it took me so long to reorient myself to this reality. And I just knew I was in some other realm. Like I had gone to some other realm really deep. And the only thing I knew for sure was that my dog was with me in that other realm. And I remember saying to him, it was like in the middle of the night, I was like, you're with me. I was like, you're traveling through the realms with me. That's why we're together. Like, thank you. So I don't know. I just think that there's major changes on the horizon. And it's like simultaneous dark energy, also birth of so much creativity. I've been writing more than I've written in years. I feel inspired to create a lot of things. I've been, changed my house up. I went and got a new wardrobe. I don't know. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just going with the flow. So don't let yourself be stagnant. Don't let yourself be frozen with fear during these times. I was having a conversation with my sister about that the other day. She was like, I'm not afraid. I'm a tough bitch. And I was like, dude, I was talking to her about fear, and I was like, she got so defensive. And I was like, dude. And then she like understood how defensive she got, and then started doing some real shadow work. And even though she is one of the toughest people I know, she is like one of the most courageous people I know. She's defend me from bullies when I was a kid. Anyway, just working with the fear and working with the darkness of these times, and like going inward and like finding the depth and the power and the creativity that lives inside of all that, if you can get past it. So those are my thoughts about everything today. And I love you guys. Look out for the Moonshapers Collective. I'm launching. If you want to be a part of it, let me know. I'm excited. I used to do it during COVID, which is like a small group of friends. And then now I'm going to make it more official. So here we go. All right. I love you guys. Have a great day and week, and I'll talk to you soon.